I think everyone in British Columbia knew back in April that September wasn't going to look the same as it normally does.
That's the message from parents of children enrolled in French immersion programs across the province who say they feel like their children are being forgotten. Katie Clune is a Maple Ridge mother of 3. 2 of her kids are in French immersion, but due to the pandemic, she's opted not to have them in the classroom just yet. And while there's some content available online in her district, it's not filling the gap in the same way she sees for English learning, and she's worried they're falling behind.
I'm hoping that they're going to have enough conversations with their peers and their teachers online, that the conversation part of it stays fresh in their mind. It's not so much of a big deal to give them books to read or, let them listen to Netflix in French, but for them, they need to speak it as well or they're going to forget it in the next year.
Do you notice that difference having conversation in the classroom versus being at home?
Yes. It's different because there's actual teachers and they speak a lot of French to us, and here we don't really speak that much French.
I know that when we made the decision to be at home, they weren't going to get the 30 hours of French immersion that they do in class, but I'm hoping it's not as little as it was from March to June, which was maybe 2 hours a week of online with their teachers.
Meanwhile, the executive director of Canadian Parents for French says unlike this district, which still has some online French learning, they're seeing too many messages from parents across the province saying their children aren't getting any online support.
It's frustrating to a lot of parents right now that we've been talking about this for weeks and weeks, and we've been trying to raise the alarm bells that there is going to be significant demand for remote learning. And we were hoping that school districts with the new school year, we'd start to see more plans, start to see more communication. And we were hoping that they would have done more to respond to that need.
In a written statement, the Ministry of Education acknowledges it has heard from parents with questions about distance education and says ministry staff are actively working with school districts to gain an understanding of what's being planned for French immersion programs to see how we can support this program of choice. In addition, we are working to provide additional resources to support French immersion for parents at home. Katie says she's hoping for more content soon.
With this year, it's been kind of eye-opening that they were just, here's the options for the English kids. In some districts, they're giving online options to English kids, but they're literally saying to French, sorry, you're out of luck.
For now, she says she plans to continue to learn more French herself to supplement the content coming from school. In Maple Ridge, David Zura, City News.